Hey Covenant, my name is Pastor Griffey. I'm the Associate Director of Discipleship, and this is Wednesday Rewind. This past week, we celebrated Holy Week, which culminated in the resurrection of Jesus on Easter. Now, in preparation for that, we had our Holy Thursday experience, where you could come here, you could experience the last meal that Jesus had with his disciples, our Seder meal. So Melly and I, as we were kind of getting things ready and preparing those alongside Mike, Michelle, Jamie, and the rest of our team, we were talking about Easter and Christmas. Which one's more important? Is it Easter, which is the resurrection, or Christmas, Jesus' incarnation? Well, ultimately, they're inextricably connected to each other. You don't have Christmas without Easter. Billions of people have been born. Billions of people have died. You don't have Easter without Christmas. Jesus couldn't be resurrected if he did not come in the flesh and die in the first place. So Easter is a powerful, powerful message of Jesus' resurrection here on earth. But first, he had to come in the flesh. They are connected to each other. I want to read from Hebrews, because I think Hebrews sums this up really well. I think on one of my first or second Wednesday Rewinds that we did way back in February, I talked about how Hebrews is my favorite book of the Bible. It's basically a sermon, it's a message, and it's very theologically heavy. It talks about Jesus, goes in depth on that, and on his nature, on his divinity, on his humanity. And this particular passage talks really about his humanity. We're going to be reading from Hebrews 2, and these are verses 14 through 18. Since the children have flesh and blood, he too shared in their humanity, so that by his death he might break the power of him who holds the power of death, that is, the devil, and free those who all their lives were held in slavery by their fear of death. For surely it is not angels he helps, but Abraham's descendants. For this reason he had to be made like them, fully human in every way, in order that he might become a merciful and faithful high priest in service to God, and that he might make atonement for the sins of the people. Because he himself suffered when he was tempted, he is able to help those who are being tempted. Elsewhere in Hebrews, we read this incredible passage, and it talks about how we do not have a high priest, speaking of Jesus, who cannot empathize with our weaknesses, with our sufferings. Jesus was able to experience all emotions while he was here on earth. And remember, the last series that we did on emotions, they aren't sinful in themselves. It is how we express those emotions. Anger is not bad. Sadness isn't bad. It's what do those things cause us to do? Does my anger cause me to lash out? That's where I get in trouble. So Jesus experienced all of these things. And Jesus experienced the one thing that all of us have in common. We are going to die. At some point, our lives will come to an end. And then Jesus radically changed what happens next. He was resurrected. He came back from the grave. He defeated death. And in his defeat of death, he defeated it once and for all for us. We will die, but then we will resurrect. We will go to heaven and we will spend an eternity with God if we have made that decision to give our lives to Christ. If we've chosen to accept his sacrifice on our behalf, we have that choice. So in Jesus' resurrection, it opens the door for our resurrection. Now this upcoming week, we get to look, as we close this entire series on Creed, he ascended into heaven. Jesus resurrected in a physical body. He is still Jesus the man and Jesus as God. And he's at the right hand of the Father Almighty in heaven right now on our behalf. You can read that throughout Hebrews as well. Jesus resurrected so that we can as well. I pray that you had a great Easter weekend. I pray that you had a great Holy Week as well. We're praying for all of you during this time, and look forward to seeing you soon.